Years had passed since then, but I didn't think I'd ever fully get over living my life without my daddy in it. Tattoos? I replied, shaking my head. No, I don't think so. Lola sucked her teeth, crossing her arms in front of her chest. I sighed and looked out of the front windshield at the packed interstate in front of me. There was an accident that slowed traffic down to the point that it was stop and go. More stops than goes, that is. As it was, we'd been in the same exact spot for over 5 minutes. I broke my stare away from the thick Atlanta traffic to glance once more at my sulking best friend and sighed again at her stubborn expression. She had a trump card that she could use in order to get her way, and even though I was praying to God that she wouldn't, I knew she would use it. Sage, this is my birthday, and I flew all the way down here so that I could spend it with you before I go to medical school and you become an... She curled up her nose at me. Official adult. My lips broke into a smile at the way she said the words like they stunk. If Lola could have, she would have been a child forever. The only reason she was even going to medical school was because it delayed the time until she would be responsible for her own bills. With my schedule and medical school and with you being officially placed on the board of your father's company, there's no telling when we will see each other again. I've wanted a tattoo forever, but I haven't gotten one yet. So your birthday gift to me can be you getting one with me, please. She clasped her hands together, as if in prayer, and gave me a sweet smile that was the tool she used to always get her way. I pursed my lips for a second to think, but there was no point because I already knew what I was going to do. Lola was my best friend, and that wouldn't be the first time she'd pressured me into doing things that I didn't want to. She would call it making memories, and I had to admit that those times when I gave in did lead to some of the funniest and most adventurous moments in my life. Fine, I said, rolling my eyes. Let's make a memory. Yes! Lola shouted, and then squealed with her hands in the air. She pressed a button in between us, and the roof of my Mercedes convertible lowered right in the middle of traffic. Rays of sunlight burned into my eyes, and I grabbed my shades to place them on my face. Girl, what are you doing? I'm living, Lola said, standing up with her face and arms pointed up at the sky. You have a few more days before you'll be on the board, Sage. You're not an adult yet. You should live too. With that said, she reached down and turned on my radio, cutting the volume up high before dancing to some new jam by the City Girls. Mortified, I looked around at the cars around us and noticed that all eyes were on Lola, who was dancing like she was in the middle of the dance floor at the club. She worked her hips like she was earning bill money to do it, laughing and singing to the top of her lungs without a care in the world. Work them hips, Ma. You sexy, I heard some man yell, followed by several hoots. That only encouraged Lola all the more. Oh, God, I said, laughing with my hands over my mouth. I couldn't believe what she was doing, but I also couldn't say that part of me wasn't a bit jealous. Lola was the carefree, adventurous one who lived her life without regret. Everyone loved her because she was that way. She was so fun to be around because she knew and loved herself. I wasn't that way at all. I was much too concerned with what others thought of me. The only time I was able to break free of that was when...